see if somebody wants to come in. Is that Ben? My goodness. Ben, can you hear me? I'm not in the Philippines. Wrong shit. Yeah, it's friggin', it ain't too warm here, I can tell you. Well, I've been looking at, see what's going on around, what's that? Google. You talking about my shirt? Oh, guest. Oh, guest. Right, okay. Yeah, there's nothing happening. What's going on? Sorry, Gary's gone, Bill's gone, Stacy popped in from a couple of vids, I think. There's absolutely nothing going on. Apart from that idiot down there talking about Brian, what's his name? Granville. Still knocking out shit. Man, come up and say hello. Meat will deliver.
Yeah, man. As far as I know, nobody's heard from Bill.
Why? Yeah. Right, I've got you there.
You got me what?
I just, the sound was coming from someone else. I had my headphones on, but anyway, I've got it working.
Well, if my fan bothers you, tell me.
Well, I can hear it in the background, but it doesn't bother it. So it's not bothering me at the moment.
Yeah, Stacy hadn't even been making hardly any videos.
Yeah, I caught one. I think he was on. He was talking about that E beggar down the end of Mindanao.
Ozzy, the midget.
I can't stand that. Well, I don't understand what the guy talks about.
I don't even watch him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's only when like somebody comes into the comments and they make him, like, for example, Stacy has a word about him. Obviously, Stacy's watching him. There's a couple of other guys there that watch him. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I did a little bit when I first saw him, but like they said, he ain't got nothing but a damn petting zoo. And you know, GD's all over Brian. Where's his permit for these chickens? Where's his permit for that well? Well, let's talk about the Mindanao midget. Where is his tax number? Where is his business license for raising pigs, turkeys, goats, chickens, all that stuff, ducks, and does his what is it, a bed and breakfast thing? Does he have a health certification on that? Is it inspected by the government? It, does he pay taxes on it? Because they would put that under a pig license. You know, GD, he don't focus on that Aussie. He does on Brian.
Well,
But
it's,
the
yeah,
same thing apply. The same thing applies to that Aussie that GD's talking about,
mm.
or always has talked about.
Well, I had a look at the caravan that the idiot bought.
Yeah.
And, he reckons he bought it for, I think he said about 3,000 Australian dollar. But it's a bashed up old piece of shit.
Somebody was saying,
It'll cost him. It'll cost him more than. It'll cost him a lot of money on mastic, just trying to keep the dampness out of it.
well,
I'm sure it's full of dry rot on the flooring. The walls and ceiling look as an absolute mess.
I
That whole
told some,
thing, there's no
somebody,
toilet in it. There's no toilet in it. There's fuck all in it.
yeah, I told somebody, hell, 3,000 for that. They should have paid him to haul it off. I said, the best thing to do, throw a couple of liters of gas in there with a match and open a keg and sit back. Say, solve that problem.
Yeah,
And then,
it's an
and
absolute. It's something he obviously took out of a junkyard somewhere.
and he was saying that all the laws about, oh well, you know, to go down and get it registered, I can pull it on the road to the department. Well, how did he get it from where he bought it to his yard? Had to go down a road, I would think.
I had a look at the hitch, and does he have a tow bar on the other thing he's got?
On his hot rod Falcon?
Yeah.
I doubt it. The Falcons ain't made to pull nothing. Hell, I don't know any.
He's going to make a fortune out of it, though. You know, with all the, he reckons there's a housing shortage where he is.
That's pocket change. What's a millionaire worrying about pocket change for?
That, it's oh my goodness, it's a complete wreck, and he's going to make money out of it the same way as his the 4 jalapenos.
or his furniture business.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's look at the tools he needs for that. We did see he had a chip shop. But surely, like he needs he'll need a ripsaw. Caravans. I think they sheet them out in plywood, don't they? Like very thin plywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the walls and the ceiling.
And the floor.
The flooring. That's got to be. And that's, you know, it must be full of dry rot there. Insulation.
Oh man, it probably doesn't even have insulation in it.
Exactly.
I'm serious. On those things, man, they're pretty much, you know, a warm weather usage thing.
Yeah, the weekend thing.
And most of them don't have insulation. If they do, it's not much. You know, it's like that silver stuff they put on houses here in the Philippines. That would be it. Now, in North Dakota, in America, right up on the Canadian border, they put insulation in them suckers because
Yeah.
they freeze. I
Imagine
mean,
freezing.
it gets 20, 25 Celsius below zero up there. So, and in the oil field, a lot of people live in them.
That's but I was watching. I was watching a video where he had an electric fire on. You know, I think he had about 3 bars of electricity trying to warm up his basement, and then he put that. You know, like to it, the caravan itself. It's complete. The wiring is completely fucked on it. You need a complete new loom.
Wiring harness.
Yeah, that's it. Just for transporting it. But I get the impression that he's gonna do it up, and he reckons he can make a fortune on letting it out to some homeless guy. You know.
Rented out to some of them Filipinos that Elaine got jobs at the meat company.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him when he was in his basement. Had a jacket on, a leather jacket. He proud of that, and that space heater next to it.
That's
God damn, that's about hillbilly as you get, man. He's a millionaire. Why doesn't he have central heat and air? I know they got it in Australia.
Right. Yeah. Oh, the wall panels. Yeah. Yeah. Central heating wall panel. Yeah. Oh, anyway, I was able to. I think he put up about 20 minutes of it, and I was able to scan through it. You know, I just jump every time he went on about Brian. I'd jump to the next space available, and he was still on about Brian. I'd only to catch about 5 minutes of an hour long broadcast.
Yeah. I just use my finger and slide it along until it's showing something. You know, if he's mouthing, I don't listen to him much.
Well, Van, I did look out for Bill, but impossible for me to find him. I was even scanning the London newspapers for an obituary, you know, to see if he did clock out early. No trace of, but I got no idea what his real name is.
I don't either. I don't even know.
Oh. I did drop a couple of emails to him, but that was back way back. I think I remember you saying 6 weeks before I'd actually went to Europe. You were saying, "Oh, you got plenty of time," but I know Bill was around that. He was around. He may have seen my mail, but I never ever got a response from him.
Well, you know, he does that painting. You might be able. Well, they don't have phone books anymore. I was going to say you could be able to look up established lettering companies. You know,
you're right there. I did have a look around the area that I believe he's living in. I looked up for sign writing companies, but I think Bill's retired. He only does it. He said like he only did it 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah, so, he'll work 1 week, the next week he won't. You know.
Yeah. But there's absolutely no trace of him. I can't find him anywhere.
Yeah, I think Stacy's been trying to get him. I had Marvin contact me the other day asking if I heard from him. I was like, no, man, I ain't heard nothing.
Yeah, it's
You know, last time I saw, he was with his buddies on vacation down by the beach, showing some chick in cowboy boots with a
who,
short shorts
who,
on or short skirt.
who was that? Marvin?
Nah, Bill. That's the last time I saw Bill.
Oh yeah. He was at some party. Yeah.
Well, he went to the beach with his buddies, and he was walking. They were walking down like the sidewalk or something, and he's showing this chick in front of him. She had on shorts or a short skirt and cowboy boots. I was like, cowboy boots in England? Who?
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I wonder if you see. I didn't see that video you're talking about.
it's it's probably the last one he put up.
You serious?
Yeah.
Let's just click on him and see if I can pull that up.
You can go to the last one and then just fast forward through it until you see that chick in them cowboy boots. Because, you know, there's a song about that.
Just
I want to go home with the armadillo by Jerry Jeff Walker.
I've got Bill up here as Bill Wildy, and I've got him up again as I thought he had two, didn't he?
It'll be under Bill Wildy. Well, that song I'm talking about was written by Gary P. Nunn, and it's called London Blues or something.
Oh no, this is looks like a Jimi Hendrix thing he done. Frecklewood or something, what they call it.
No, Bill, not Crackle. That's GD. I don't think Bill's going to do no fracking.
No. That's not. This is the last video he put out.
Well, I can't look. I got one phone.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Let's try and find another one. Yeah, Bill Wiley. I'm looking for Wild Bill. And that has gone. It's not there.
What, is YouTube's gone?
Oh, hang on a minute. Wild Bill. He's got a short up here. It says, we're waiting for you, Dimwit. Hang on a minute. Let me try and see what this is. This one is. Hang on a minute. 6 replies on that. Stacy was there. Wild Bill. Willard. Cryptopus, or whatever you call it. Don't knock it till you try it. Looks like a gay bar, somebody wrote. And then
That might be.
1 month ago was that he has a title here. Hang on, party. He's got Party Night, and then he got Little Madness.
That's probably it. I don't remember if him and his buddies were in a bar. They were leaving the bar. They'd been in a bar. But what I remember is that chick in the cowboy boots because of that song. They said that the guy wrote, you know, they were making fun of me because of my manly footwear, which, you know, that's cowboy boots.
Yeah.
And here's this chick walking down the street with cowboy boots on. I'm like, ooh, that's not supposed to happen.
Good day, the drunk and the dumb. It's Michael, what's that idiot in Kent? but I can't see the vid where because if I got hold of that video, I might be able to pin it down to a location.
Well, after we talk, I'll go and look and see if I can find it. If so, I'll send it to Andy on Mock Time.
Sounds from a Newcastle pub. That was a month ago. Everything driving around the streets of Newcastle. That was 2 months ago.
Well, he hadn't been around for over a month anyway.
Yeah, it's just turn the sound off. Try and skim through this one. No, it looks as though he's with a bunch of fellas and obviously in the pub.
Yeah, they were all sitting down. That's a older that one was before the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
All his buddies are bald. He's sitting with. Because I made a comment about that.
No, it looks as I've looked at party. I'm looking at a video called Party Night, but I can't. It's hard for me to pin down a location inside a pub or a.
Yeah. Well, I'll look for that video later, and if I see it, I'll send it to that Andy on Mock Time.
Great.
Your messenger thing. Well, you had good timing when you left, because man, it rained here for like 8 days.
Yeah, I'm in close contact with my family, and it is the rainy season, is it?
Well, it's not supposed to be, but there were 2 tropical storms that converged on the Philippines, one from the west and one from the east, and it rained. So I'm sure your wife got good rain wherever.
Yeah, well, she's in Newtown, so my goodness, did you see Robert just come in? Here.
Who?
Robert O'Neill. Good to see you here, Robert. Yeah, it's in the comments.
Yeah, I seen. It didn't show on my. They usually put, something for comments.
Well, you can't see it on yours, can you?
Yeah, if I go to comments, I can either see the comments or I can see the video.
Yeah, Robert says August is loads of rain. Well, I should be back home by next week anyway.
I thought like August, September, October was supposed to be the hot months.
Are you talking about England, Europe?
Nah, in Philippines.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. November. The Philippine winter is actually November. Even I think they're the coolest months, aren't they? November, December, January. But it's the same. It's the same here in. I'm back in London at the moment, but it's we got cloudy days. It's 18 degrees centigrade here.
Hell, it's cloudy every day there, from what I've heard.
I think I had about 2 great days of sunshine. That was between London and Berlin.
Well, you found the tobacco shop over there, huh?
Yeah, well, as you know, taking advantage of the duty free,
Yeah.
it's
I didn't know you paid duty on that kind of tobacco.
I got a bunch of it. I think that'll see me up until Christmas. Yeah, duty free is well, if I'm traveling between London on the European side, I can get it on the London side because they're big there. But if I'm inside the EU, the Union part of it, there's very little duty free goes on. I think I have a maximum of about the equivalent of about 200 cigarettes each trip. That's about it.
Well, there's Racy Stacy.
My goodness. Yes, Stacy's in. I'm glad now I've put this live stream up because Stacy was all on his own there for quite a while. He was having a pop at the midget.
Well, you gotta hit somebody,
Manila time is coming up for 9 o'clock, about 20 to 9, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Stacy, don't be shy.
And Marvin, Mike. Oh.
Starving Marvin. Hit the house. Uh-oh.
Let me throw a link up and see if Stacy wants to. I've got a very funny keyboard here. My Macintosh broke down and the Bluetooth wouldn't recognize it. So I put up a Microsoft keyboard. Mess around with that for a while.
Hell, I'd have to just go buy another computer. I don't know anything about them.
Hang on a minute.
I didn't take GED's computer class,
I stopped laughing at him for a while. Stacy just woke up, man. What time is Stacy? Where is Stacy? Stacy's down south of someplace.
He's in Arkansas. It's probably 7 o'clock in the morning there, 7:30, almost 8. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Stacy, there's a link up there. Marvin, there's a link up there.
Chemical Willie, huh?
Where does Marvin live?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia's pretty country.
Well, when I think about Georgia, I imported a horse, a quarter horse, for the Japanese. When I was living in Japan, I imported a quarter horse from Georgia, and this was an 8-year-old. It was fully trained, and I don't know if you've heard that equestrian movement called end of the trail. It's when the horse gets down on his 2 forefront legs and drops his hindquarters, and the rider is allowed to just slip over, like just walk off the horse, you might say.
Them Japanese aren't real tall. They can't jump up on the back of a horse. Most of you good thoroughbreds come out of Kentucky, though.
That's the racing area.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's a different. Marvin says he lives on a horse farm. Yeah, the Kentucky people, they're all into. They're into. I think they're the thoroughbreds. You know, the racing. Actually, I think they're about
yeah.
14 hands high. Yeah,
Well,
it's a different.
one,
Like a paint horse or a quarter horse. It's a different thing altogether.
I don't know if you know who Sam Walton is, but he owned a big store chain called Walmart, and really they're all over the world now,
Yeah,
Mexico,
yeah,
America, everywhere.
yeah,
He got 4 kids, and one of his daughters has a horse ranch on the Brazos River, Waco, Texas.
yeah.
And she had a horse there. He had his own private trailer, air conditioned, with a semi to pull him around, had a staff of vets, and the horse was incorporated for like $10 million.
Cool.
I mean, his hooves never hit the dirt. He was just a sperm machine, is all he was.
Oh. Steve says Walter Mott.
Not Walter Mart, no, Walmart.
Walmart. Yeah, well, Walmart, I'm very familiar with that name. That's
Yeah,
what
W
Steve
A W
Steve's
A L M A R T, Walmart.
Walmart, yeah. 14 acres of horse pasture, horse barn, and an arena. Marvin, have you been watching any of the show jumping, the Olympic show jumping? I wonder. I think Steve was taking the piss there. He's having a laugh. Walter Mark.
Walter Mart. That's a Filipino thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Lander's grocery store. It's a grocery chain.
All right. The pennies begin to drop now.
Well, hell, that's where I go buy my food. Is Walter Mart. Some of it. If I wanted to go to S&R, I got to drive an hour to get there. Well, Stacy, a lot of the Dallas Cowboy football players had money in that horse that was $10 million. Like Walt Garrison, I think Roger Staubach. There was like 3 of them that had money in that horse. I went, I
I'm not
went,
in
I
the.
went, I went
I'm not
across
in.
that. I went across that ranch when I worked for Conoco doing seismograph, and that's the only reason we got in there.
I'm not in the. I don't have that type of education of what goes on in America.
Hell, it's just like everywhere else. Get up, fuck up, go to bed.
Yes, Robert. I watched a little bit of the Filipino guy. He did a bit of boxing, and I think he was out.
Well, there's
They, got- they
Filipino
threw.
guy won a Filipino guy won a medal in gymnastics, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Hell, I don't ever watch the Olympics. I think the last time I saw any Olympics, Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals.
Yeah, I've been catching glimpses of it, like because it comes up on the news here. If it's in Germany, I don't understand the German. I just watched the pictures. I'm in Germany. I get the idea, but I really need to be in an English speaking country to understand the news.
That's like living in Texas. They got a TV channel called Telemundo, and it's all Spanish. Yeah, don't know a damn thing they're saying, but they got some good-looking women and a bunch of midgets. Something about Mexico. They got lots of midgets.
YOLO. Was that the boxer, Robert?
I saw something about a Filipina boxing. I don't know how she did. It was on my Google over here.
Okay, yeah. GD is the clown extraordinaire. Oh, right. Okay, Robert, I got it. Yeah. Extraordinaire GD. I've got GD aphobia. Oh no, yeah. What's the other title I've given him? It's gone out of my mind. Splits, the swimmer. I know that name. Mark.
Yeah,
he was a swimmer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he won like seven gold at the Olympics. I forget what year it was.
And there was a little bit of controversy about him. He was did he have some of those medals taken off him?
No, not that I know of.
No. Maybe I got it mixed up. Okay, so Robert's got a gymnast. Rhythmic gymnast. The rhythmic. Is that where they toss a little they have a baton with a streamer on it and they wave it around? Would I be right, Robert? Yes, Steve, I did see Jeffrey's traveling the hobble. We're talking about the caravan here. Yes, Marvin, I think that's what we're talking about, the caravan. I think he got it out of he must have got it. He must have bought it out of what do they call it?
Junkyard.
A junkyard, yeah. 3,000, was it? 3,000 Australian. What's that money in dollar?
Well, I think it was Marvin I was talking to. He was talking about it, and he brought up like, okay, he was telling all the laws you can take it on the road to the register and stuff, and it was like, well, how did he get it home from where he bought it if he didn't take it on the road? Exactly. And that's when I told him, I said, yeah, the best thing for that is just, toss some gas inside of it with a match and open a keg.
NSA, Robert, what's that? NSA? NSA National. What's NSA?
In America, it's a spy. The government spy company. They spy on the American citizens.
What are we talking about? You're absolutely right, Steve. That is I laughed at it when I actually saw it.
Well, too bad Bill ain't on here. He could send Jeff's lesbian neighbor a letter telling her to call the police for trash in the yard.
Yeah, I think the lady's name next door. I think she lives in number 19. Her name is Christine, I think. Yeah, because like the idiot, National Academy of Sport. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Christine next door. She should complain about it.
I never heard of that.
What, the NSA? And
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That the scholar NSA. What is National Academy of Sport? She's got a scholarship for it. See what Steve just wrote.
Well, Steve, that's all right. He didn't have no crops growing in his yard anyway, so no real damage done. He'll just have to corner off them sheep so they got a smaller area to eat grass in.
Stacy, come up and keep Van company. I want to go make a coffee.
Yeah.
Do it again, Stacy. Alt C and Alt V. Yeah.
Hell, he's all. I just woke up. Well, Stacy, you old and ugly anyway. It don't matter. You gonna go put on some lipstick or what? Damn dog.
Barbara says the National Security Agency.
Yeah, the National Security Agency in America. That's where the government spies on the citizens. They record everything. Texts, phones, everything. Tim, bring him in here so he shut up.
What's the dog's name?
Marco.
Marco Polo.
Yeah, I had to get rid of my other one. He bit me real good. I mean, he bit me, dude. He got out the gate. He was like a bullet going down the road. You know, he ain't never had no meat. You know what I mean? And he was hot on the trail for a date. And I stopped him. He turned around and bit the dog shit out of me. He got retired to the farm shortly after. Now he's a guard dog on the farm.
There's Stacy. Come on in, Stacy. Let me get back into the kitchen to make a coffee.
Okay. There we are.
Oh my God. You don't have to have your camera on, Stacy.
Now I got it turned off, man. You ain't gonna like me without no shirt or nothing on.
Oh, too sexy for my body.
I'm sexy.
Damn, it's a bad night. I'm almost out of Red Horse.
Uh-oh. You're going you're going to have with DTs like GD Meade.
No, I got a Jack and Coke behind it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that girl, she's a scammer. She got it, dude. Let me tell you, she had like, I don't know, a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. She had a 20 million USD helicopter, and she was raised on a pig farm. That's a hell of a lot of pigs.
Who was that, Van?
Oh, it's a mayor over here. She just got elected mayor.
Oh.
And they think she's tied in with the pogos, offshore gambling. They're trying to connect her with all that, man. But you know, there's a bunch of fishy shit about her, and that she won't even. The senators are telling her, "Come in here. We won't talk to you." She did a few times, and then she said, "Nope, I ain't coming." And she's hiding.
Oh yeah.
Well, she probably is in China. That would be my guess. Well, man, the BI, Bureau of Investigation, they already checked her out, and when this whoever they say she was, when she came over with her dad and her mom back in 2009 or something, you know, they took her fingerprints for, you know, immigration. They compared that girl's immigration fingerprints to the fingerprints of this mayor, and they're the same fingerprints. Now you can't change that. You can't fake that.
Nope.
Oh yeah, she probably went through Mindanao. You know, you know who runs Mindanao, huh? And he's big on China. So yeah, probably so.
I missed out a bit on that Chinese thing.
Oh, it's a mayor over here. They she was 17 years old when her birth was registered. Said she was raised on a pig farm. She only had one woman who taught her. Never went to college. But then they've got pictures of her in a Filipino school when she was young. People who went to school with her. You know, they've proven it. No, that ain't right. And they can't find a woman who's supposed to be the one who taught her. And you know, she got stacks of money, and she didn't make. I mean, you add it up, she got uh 25, 30 million USD easily. Okay, and you don't make that on no pig farm.
Heck no. Not in the Philippines. Not even here in the States.
Hell no. But if you watch the Philippines, you'll see that on Mindanao though they're catching a lot of people, criminals from like China and wherever, Vietnam, whatever, and they've been going down to Mindanao and paying money and getting fake birth certificates, Filipino birth certificates. That way they can get a Filipino passport and skate on through, you know.
Yeah, but the Filipino passport is only good for about 7 countries.
Yeah, it's not good for much.
Mm.
They can go to Mexico free. Don't need a visa.
And what's the other? They can go to Nicaragua. Yeah.
Thailand, Vietnam.
Yeah. Kuwait. I'm not sure.
But yeah, like Steve says, I pretty much figure, yeah, she done skated out of here on a freighter going to China. If she's Chinese spy, they hooked her up on a ship and took her out of here, or rented a bonker boat in Palawan and had her taken out to one of them little Coast Guard ships and shuttled out sea to a bigger ship. But yeah, odds are she's out of this country. If not, she's going to jail. Because they in that Pogo that they raided, they found machine guns, Chinese uniforms.
Is this just recently?
Yeah, man. Last 2 months. I mean, that's
I missed a lot.
that Hieto. I can't think of her name. That I think she's a senator from Cebu. Matter of fact, she's hammering that girl. But yeah, let's say they found stacks of money, they found machine guns, they found uniforms, and they said they were human trafficking. And she's supposed to be tied into all that.
What area are we talking about here?
North of Manila, I can't think. Banban.
Up on Luzon?
Yeah, it's a place called Banban or something. I don't know if it's in the Tarlac province or not.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, and Duterte's old buddy Rogue, Rogue, they raided a house and it's under his name, and there was a bunch of criminals from other countries in the house. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know nothing about that house. How in the fuck do you have a big house and not know nothing about it?" Plus, to get the license when he was in the government with the last president, he went to the gambling board for this pogo that this mayor is supposed to own so they could update their license. You know what I mean?
60 people got deported.
Yeah, that's just so far. They got Duterte said, Marcus said, no more pogos in the Philippines. You got till the end of the year to get out. And all them people are on work visas for them Chinese companies, and they're Chinese, so they're all going to be leaving. And yeah, the condo prices going to take a dive. And of the 60 that's already been deported was a newborn child.
Banban. Oh, that's a place, right?
Yeah, it's a city. And I think it's in the Tarlac province, northwest out of Manila.
I have missed a lot of it.
That's the big government news, man. They hot on this girl. But you know, it was the last president who brought in the okays for all them pogos and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's nothing but straight clip of money for China. They doing love scams and everything else out of them pogos.
Clark, yeah. Clark Air Base. Is that still military, Clark?
No, it's a trade-free zone.
Okay. Yeah. I think I flew in there.
Yeah, they got an airport there.
Yeah, I flew in there once upon a time.
It's better to fly in there than to Manila.
That's when I was transiting. That was just a stopover.
Yeah, from Mactan to Clark, and from Clark to Singapore or wherever.
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah. That would make sense to me.
But yeah, Clark Airport is supposed to be, fairly new, I think.
Yeah, there's Nino, and then there's what's the other one?
Hey, after being in Denver and DFW and Atlanta, and I land at the Capital Airport in the Philippines, I'm like, good God Almighty, man, what is this? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't wait to get out of that place. I was sweating from the heat. That's all. I didn't have nothing illegal, none of that shit. I was just sweating from the heat.
Well, London at the moment is in chaos. England itself is in. Oh my goodness, it's been so many riots over the weekend here. There's 3 little kids killed in a place near Liverpool. Some guy, I believe he's Ghana, from Ghana. No, yeah, Ghana. Went on a stabbing rampage, and 3 children. 3 children died. Several others were critical, you know. Yeah, England is in uproar.
Yeah, I seen that on the news too, man. They run around hollering Ali Akbar and all this stuff, man. It's England's own fault. They rolled the red carpet out for them, sent boats to bring them over. They asked for it, man. Them people ain't never gonna change. Them Muslims been fighting Muslims for 5,000 years. And if a Christian gets between them Muslims, you're gonna fight 2 groups of Muslims. And when they kill the Christians, they'll go back to fighting each other. That's just the world.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm kind of neutral on all of that, you know. I just really don't get involved in any of that religious shit.
Hey, they can believe what they want to, man. I don't care. I used to hate it when the Mormons come knocking on the door, though.
Yeah. They had when I lived in Japan, I invited a couple of them in, and I let them sit. You know, when the guy, I didn't really know what they were. You know. But,
Boy, I got to go. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, man. When they say she's on Facebook, IP contractor, call bullshit, Asia. Adia used their main hub. Yeah, Adia. Adia. Oh, the carrier. Yeah. Air Asia. Adia. Asia. Yeah. Oh, now I got it. Love it. Yeah, I've got a habit of any of the carriers that I ride on. I got a little hobby of collecting their. I've got a hobby of collecting their model airplanes. Actually, I've got 2 of them in the room here. Yeah, I've got this one, which is Philippine Air. Probably know that one. 4 engines. The other one is Dubai, of course, which I use quite a lot. Air Asia. That carrier is red, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I see them. White shirts and ties. White shirts and ties. What's that all about? White shirts and ties. Okay, Steve is still talking about that GUO. Gao. Gao, that sounds like a Chinese name. Sorry, Van. I've wasn't looking at the screen there for a minute.
What happened to Stacy?
I don't know. He's probably making breakfast. I wonder what a Sunday breakfast in Arkansas tastes like. What do they normally have for breakfast over there?
Hell, who knows, man? Ham or bacon, or sausage,
Bacon,
eggs, toast or biscuits. You know, that's pretty standard. Or you make some sausage gravy and put over biscuits. Have some eggs on the side. Southerners are into gravy, man. They love gravy.
Gravy. Are we talking about that brown gravy?
Well, this is a white gravy.
Oh.
It's not runny like that brown gravy like you get at Jolly Bee or anything.
Mm.
They use that on like Thanksgiving or Christmas when you have turkey and dressing. You use that brown gravy,
Okay.
or on your mashed potatoes. But
that brown gravy, that's a beef gravy, yeah.
I don't know what you mean, a deep gravy.
Well, I think it has a beef extract, mixed in with
Oh,
it.
beef. I thought you said deep. No, man, I don't think so. All it is just oil. You heat up the oil and then you put flour in there and start mixing it. And maybe use beef broth in there after you get the flour in there. But see, for like the white gravy for like a chicken fried steak or something like that, you heat up your oil, then you put in your flour, and then you add milk to it. And for sausage and gravy, you just cook sausage, cut it up in little pieces and put in there, and that's good stuff, buddy.
I've just realized what Steve was referring to there. The Mormons, white shirt and ties, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't get them out of your house.
Now I did make a mention of it. I invited two of them in. That's the point. And I offered them. They would accept milk off me, but it had to be a pasteurized milk. And at the time they were that food.
Well, all the milk in America pretty much is pasteurized.
But you can get raw milk, don't you?
Well, it's specialty dairies, but there's not any major corporations that sell it.
Well, it's good to get milk. I've been able to buy real milk here in London. Often had a glass of it. Very, very creamy. Nothing like what we get back home, like in the field. Even the goat's milk in the field is that's about near enough
Well, there's a dairy farm close to me, and you can have it delivered, man, in glass bottles. You know.
Are you serious?
But I haven't ever tried it.
Mm. The odd occasion when I very, very rarely, but sometimes I do have a chocolate drink at night.
Oh, I can't.
If I haven't had the usual medical allotment, you know.
Ken, what's that chocolate drink thing? Bombi drink. The green, but the green packet. Yeah, Ken drinks Milo.
Yeah. Marvin's having bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits with hash browns.
Yeah, I keep
my kind of breakfast. That
I keep hash browns in my refrigerator. I'll use them make breakfast burrito. Put in my breakfast burrito. I chop them up and cook the hash brown in little pieces. Mix it with eggs and bacon and cheese and put in my tortilla. And then sometimes I just have eggs and hash brown with toast.
Yeah, that sounds like a good breakfast to me.
I don't eat longanisa. That's too much like chorizo to me. And chorizo is greasy.
So here in London we have sausage, egg, bacon,
and beans,
tomatoes, beans, black and white pudding, mushrooms. It's a very, very big breakfast. I mean, I wouldn't order a full breakfast like that, but there's quite a lot of English people that do it. You know, they will have the full Monty, as they say here.
Yeah, that's the old general, isn't it? The full Monty.
Yeah.
What, General Montgomery?
Montgomery. He was a general, was he?
Yeah, he was a general World War II.
Yeah.
MacArthur didn't like him.
MacArthur. What area of the war was he involved in?
Oh man, he took the Rhine. He went into Berlin.
Oh, he's on the German side. MacArthur went the Philippine way, didn't he?
No, he started in Europe, and then after the Germany was pretty much done, he came to the Philippines and was the general in the Philippines.
And then Korea, was that right?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Because he got killed right after World War II in a car wreck.
Okay. Well,
and they think it was an assassination because it was an American truck that hit his car that put him in the hospital, and he was so popular they thought he'd go be the damn run for president and get president instead of Eisenhower, and so they kind of offed him, is the theory.
There's a little patch missing there. I'm sure. Did he have anything to do with Japan?
Well, he was fighting the Japanese in Manila. Yeah.
Yeah. But on the Tokyo side of it, did he?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Maybe after they dropped the bombs of Hiroshima and stuff, he might have went over there and organized everything. I don't know about that. I don't know who was in charge of that.
There's a lot of history I've missed. Just like
I I wasn't born, so I'm not too worried about it.
Grabbed a little bit of their historic side of it, of that war. But talking about the war, there's I'm not. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to when I go back home, is going down to the bar and listening to the vets talk about their exploits and their little bit of service.
Living their glory days.
Yeah, one of them has a drink too much, and then he starts off, and before he's had a drink, he's been involved in a couple of fights, a couple of battles, and he's shot one, and then by the end of the night, he's took out a whole battalion of people. Yeah.
I don't even talk to foreigners here. If they're white, I don't need to talk to them. No need. Because odds are they're full of shit.
Now, Robert is talking about marmalade. Marmalade. Now, that's, oh my goodness. When was the last time you had marmalade, man? Or do you know what it is?
Yeah. I had some orange marmalade from Knott's Berry Farms in California. But I buy, god damn. What flavor is that? Strawberry. I buy strawberry preserves.
I think marmalade is primarily orange peel.
Well, I don't know, man, but I bought some orange marmalade and ate that up, and then I got strawberry because the maid's girl, she ain't little, she's graduating high school this year. I buy her a thing of Skippy peanut butter and strawberry jelly, and she puts that strawberry on her panda sauce.
Yeah, I used to get confused with Swiss roll and jelly roll, and I found out they're both the same, aren't they? Jelly roll.
I don't know. Oh, a jelly roll? Yeah. Well, Well, see, in Texas and I guess Czechoslovakia, you know what a kolache is, don't you?
Karachi?
Kolache.
Oh, kolache.
Yeah, it's like a donut that has the bread in the middle and it's smashed down, and they put like peach preserve in there, raspberry, blueberry, whatever. It's like a breakfast roll type thing with
a jam donut.
Yeah, but it's on top. It's not in the middle.
Okay.
It's from Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia. That's how you spell Czechoslovakia. And it's always, when I was at school, they were trying to get me to remember 14 letters of the alphabet. And that country, when it was a country, it was Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia. They were the two countries that I will never ever forget how to spell those names.
And it used to be Bohemia, which if you call a Czech person a bohump, which is a person from Bohemia, they get upset because they were the poor working class craftsmen people from the Black Forest of the area. My first wife was a Czechoslovakian, a bohump.
She was a Czech.
Yeah, she was bohump. God damn, they can cook, barbecue, and drink beer. And my first wife's grandfather, he traded a car for a beer distributor back in the 50s. And he wound up, when he died, he had like 13 different labels of beer. I mean, he's a big distributor.
Marmite. Now that's something that sounds like what the idiot in Casino eat that stuff.
Yeah, whatever that Vegemite or whatever they eat in Australia, I don't think I could eat that stuff. I mean, they have it in the store here, but I just no, I don't have much need to try that. I'm not really adventurous with my food.
Yeah. Canadian marmalade sold where Robert is. Grapefruit and lemon. I expect you'd have that on toast. Yeah.
Well, there's
Mango,
a place here.
2 slices of toast, 2 loaves of coffee.
There's an American store. Really, it's mainly European type stuff. Not far from where I live, and my mate had been telling me about it, and I went there, and they had this black cherry jelly, and I bought that. Man, that was some good stuff.
The CCE has Vegemite. Hang on a minute. I remember the acronym that Robert uses. CC something, clown.
Casino
CCC. Oh, Robert, I've forgotten that acronym you've given him. Vegemite marmite is beef extract. Okay. Beef extract with malto, I would imagine. Robert comes up with some weird acronyms for that. I don't know whether it's it must be the idiot.
Well, yeah, I think that's who he's talking about. Casino clown. Here.
I wonder was Stacy on the beer last night?
Stacy don't drink.
Doesn't he?
I don't think he does. No.
Well, there it is. There. Casino. There we go, Robert.
Yeah, I bet that's pretty boring. Live up there in them mountains out in the sticks, driving that tractor sun up to sun down, and not even drinking a beer when you get finished. And not even have an old lady to go home and argue with.
I think Stacy's quite happy the lifestyle he lives.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, I'm sure he is.
He gets that shotgun He gets a shotgun out every so often. He's going out. He ever pull in something wild that roams around. They have pigs over there, don't they? Or wild boar, is it?
Yeah. Texas got millions of them, man. You can go rent a helicopter, and they give you an M16 and fly you over herds of them, and you just start shooting them, man. There's no limit. Kill them and let them go. Hell, there's even companies. You know what a minigun is?
No.
You know about the DC.
You're not talking about the Israeli?
No.
Weapon? No.
No. You know what Puff the Magic Dragon is in Vietnam? Seriously, you know what it is?
No.
It's a big plane. I don't know about I forget what they call it, like a C-10 or something.
You're not talking about those C-130s, are you?
Yeah, C-130. And on one side, it doesn't have a door on it, and they have like a Gatling gun, machine gun. And I mean, spits bullets out, and like every 10th one was a tracer, and it looked like fire coming out of the sky. And the Viet Cong called it Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh,
Well, it's basically a small version of that weapon. It's like a little rotating Gatling gun that has a belt that goes in it. They'll mount them in the back of a truck and take you out pig hunting in it. You use spotlight to shine in front of you, and you see them pigs, and you just open up, man. Just send out hundreds of bullets.
I'm not into that kind of game.
Hell, I love shooting. I gave my boys all my guns when I left. Not like I could bring them here.
I did. I went to a firing range a few times when I was living in that other country. I got no real interest in weapons. Not like what's his name, the idiot. He's got a 9/11 or something.
1911.
Yeah, or a 1911. Yeah.
Man, I grew up hunting and fishing. I got a cabin on the Colorado River outside of Fort Hood, Texas, and it's for deer hunting, man. But you can shoot turkeys, deers, raccoons, possums, turkeys, aoudads, which are from Africa, 2 types of goat, mouflon, and another one. I mean, they just walking around. You shoot them and eat them, man.
You reckon that's what Stacy brings home?
He goes deer hunting.
Yeah, so he'd have to. Does he skin them and butcher them himself?
I don't know. He probably does. Me, I took him to the butcher, to the meat shop. They got places where you take them, and they'll make, you tell them, look, I want this many steak. I want steaks out of the back strap, the hind quarters. Give me ribs out of the ribs, and the hind quarters, the front quarters. Just grind that up and make me like breakfast sausage out of that. It makes great breakfast sausage. They take that deer meat, which is dry meat, because they're not real. They don't have much fat on their meat, but then they mix it with pork and add spices and stuff. Man, that's killer. That's killer breakfast sausage.
Martell, made by Martell Marmite. Yeah, Marvin's not there. He must be having breakfast.
Yeah, it's early morning Sunday for him. Day off. He's not having to mess with a job.
Yeah, my 5-year-old, she starts school tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, 5th of August.
Because my maid's little boy, 10's his godmother. He starts on the 12th. Hang on. Hey, doesn't Bombi start on the 12th? No, I think he starts tomorrow. Yeah.
I got the word in that my girl, she's a 5-year-old. This will be our first day at school. And I heard, which I went apeshit over, that she'd be taken to school by motorcycle. And I said no.
Oh, hell no.
No way. And I happened to look up the law on transporting a child. The child is supposed to be able to, of course, have a helmet that fits. The child would need to be able to have both arms around the waist of the driver, and her legs would have to reach the peg on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
There's no way. My child is too small for that. But I warned I warned my missus, and there will be consequences if that child ever gets on top of a motorcycle.
Well, I had a KTM 390 when I lived here. You know, when I met 10, it's the register is a 400, so you can ride it on NCLEX, SCAT, all the big highways in the Philippines. And
with a child on the back, front?
No. I mean,
Okay.
no. Oh, no, not at all. But when I got with 10, I didn't feel safe with her on there riding around the Philippines, you know. So I sold it. So I don't even have it. Just me though, I didn't mind, but I don't want her on one.
Absolutely no.
The way they drive here, some guy come and hit you on the side. He ain't got no license. He ain't got no insurance. If his vehicle will move, he'll probably run. And then she got a messed up leg for life, you know. So I said, no, we'll ride trikes and jeepneys, baby. We won't worry about it.
No, I told my woman that the only thing that my child is allowed on is a 3-wheel pedal bike. I'll allow that, but not on a motorized vehicle.
No, hell, too dangerous.
Yeah, but that's what she intended to do, and I went fucking eggshell on it. Honest to God.
Well, that's a Filipino way, man. I mean, you know, hell, you'll see the dad driving, the kid in the middle, and mom on the back.
One on the side, one on the back.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
And the shopping bags. Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, good.
I'm perfectly happy riding in a truck. That guy's being liable for everything, and the jeepney, and him being liable for everything. If there's a wreck, I just get out and walk off. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. Not my problem.
I'm seeing a lot of electric tricycles.
Well, they outlawed them in Manila.
Possibly, but like Newtown, Mactown, Newtown. The electric bike is allowed to travel on to one street only, and then the passenger has to take another trike. My kid lives about 2.5. I think she'd be using about 3 rides to get to school, and of course 3 to come home. Now, I don't mind that, you know, as long as I don't mind her sitting in the trike. That's not on a motorcycle.
Well, 10's sister starts nursing school next Monday on the 12th. And, you know, of course, I pay her transportation. She got to ride a trike to get on a jeepney to where the college is, and then she has to get on another trike to ride to the college. So, you know, that's...
So she must be 16, 17, is she?
No, she's 19, man.
Oh, 19.
And
that's pretty, you know, that's a pretty decent age to. Yeah, Robert, I agree. Waiting to happen. You can't. They're so silent. Those electrics. You can't hear them coming behind you.
Well, Bud Brown. I don't know if you ever saw Bud Brown. Bud Brown. He had 2 different ones, and he always had problems with them things. Electrical problems.
Oh, yeah. You mean the mechanical side of the trike?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know the fellow you're talking about. He lives in I think he went to Mexico, did he?
No, he lives right on the Mexican border, but in California.
Oh.
He was going to go to Mexico. They were going to go to California and stay with their kid for a little while, his boy and girl.
Oh.
And then his wife, she got not so healthy, and so he'd run her to the doctor and everything, but she's getting better, and he wants to move to Mexico. He used to live in Mexico.
Okay. He was a high school teacher, was he not?
No, he taught something like the 6th or 8th grade.
Oh. Okay.
He said he taught older kids 1 year, and he said he didn't like that, so he went back down to the lower grade.
Yes,
But he's
too slow, Robert. Yep, those bikes.
Well,
I'd much prefer a slow ride to school for my kid, and to get there safely, rather than that type of that motorcycle thingy that was mentioned.
Well, for like Ten's godson, for him to get a trike, he's already halfway to school. He can walk to school.
That's all right. Yeah. The amount of traffic around Newtown from where we live to the local school is about 2.5 streets away. It's down elementary school. If I was there, I'd do that work myself, but I won't get a chance until next week when I'm back home.
Well, my first maid when I moved here, I lived in Las Piñas when I first moved here, and she still lives there with her husband and 2 boys. And I pay for he gets a car to and from school. It's a flat rate per month, so I pay that for her so that he don't have to ride on them trikes or none of that stuff. So he gets curb service with a car.
Ooh, that's a nice way to go. Man, it's coming up to about 2:45 here in the afternoon. And I'm dry with the coffee, but I feel like something a bit more heavier.
Go for it. Go in there and tell war stories with the boys.
No, I'm in London at the moment. I'm actually in my own apartment here in London.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Go into the local pub and talk army stories with all them boys. Watch them look at you funny.
Yeah, I don't even talk. It's most people will not believe me. You know, if I go down to the local pub here, I'd probably say that I'd probably say that I'm traveling, but I won't go into depth about it. Anyway,
if you don't want to talk to them, just start rattling Japanese off at them real fast. They'll go away.
It doesn't matter where I'm talking about. The local pubs here in London are a fight could flare up in without you even knowing it's going to go. You know, it's going to happen. So I really keep to myself. Most places I'll open up is I'll open up to a person at an airport. If I'm at an airport and I'm at the bar, yeah, I'll talk to the guy next door because something we've got in common. We're going somewhere, and it's only going to be like say an hour, half an hour chit chat at the bar, and then we're gone. Yeah. We'll never see each other again. But when you become like this apartment I live in here in London, there is a pub very, very local to me, but I'd rather walk 2, 3 streets away and go into a different place rather than the immediate local pub. Yeah, I was hoping I could have had a beer with Bill, and that was the general plan. I had a plan to go. I don't know if you've ever heard of pie mashing liquor. It's basically a beef pie with mashed potato and
shepherd's pie.
Green mashed up peas. And yeah, it's a kind of a traditional dish, a traditional London dish. I was hoping to have that experience with Bill, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Bill.
Robert says a drunk Glaswegian will understand you. You're absolutely right, Robert. I've had a few of those.
Yeah, Marvin, I remember when they made that movie about Bud and Gloria, the love story. They were on GMA doing interviews and all that stuff.
Oh, what? They actually made a film about Bud?
Yeah, they made a movie. They made a movie about Bud and his wife Gloria. You know, he was in the Navy here. Actually, he's in Vietnam. He's a translator, but he come here to Subic, you know, and he met Gloria, and he wound up getting married to her and everything. They made a movie about, you know, their love story. I don't know what the name of it was.
Bud Brown had a brother, didn't they? They both of them did Vietnam, did they?
Yeah, his brother. I forget what his brother was in the military, but afterwards he was a ranger. I don't know, maybe Arizona Ranger or California Ranger. You know, in America you have rangers. They're like state super cops. They don't wear uniforms really. You know, they have a little bitty badge. You know, sometimes they show, sometimes they don't. But in Texas, if the Texas Rangers want you, they're going to get you.
Ranger. Yeah,
they're just a special police force that has jurisdiction in the whole state. They do what they want to do.
Okay.
And Bud's brother retired from that.
Yeah, the only place in America that I ever landed in was Alaska, and that was during. I think I mentioned this before when the North Koreans shot down an airline, a commercial airliner, and the world had to avoid North Korea because that airspace was. And we, like from Japan to say London, and those days it was we had to the airline I was flying, which happened to be Korean Air. The first stopover was Alaska, and that was where I ended. That's the only part of America that I've ever landed in, and that stopover was maybe only 4 hours. There's a great big polar bear in the airport. That's the only thing I can remember. And
well, if you like wildlife, Alaska's great, man. They got good fishing, hunting, all that stuff, man. But ain't much to do. In Alaska, 6 months out of the year it's daylight.
Yeah.
6 months out of the year it's dark.
Yeah. Well, like I say, that was my only experience. I've never ever been to America. But I do have a sister. when I say a sister, I believe she's some kind of a stepsister or some relation to me. She lives in Austin, Texas.
San Marcos.
No, San Antonio. That's it.
San Antonio. That's hour and a half south of Austin.
Oh, okay. That's where I believe she is.
They got good Mexican food there.
Yeah, she did speak about a lot about Tex-Mex food. Yeah.
Oh man, they got good food there.
What was she?
Is that the one that lived in Houston?
No.
That might be Bill.
No, nothing to do with Bill. This is I remember. Oh, this is many years ago. I've lost completely contact with her. She talked about line dancing.
Yeah, that's country and western stuff.
Right, that's what she was on about. Yeah, she used to make a remark about all the men had they stuffed their underpants with carrots.
Say what?
Well, this is what she talked about. That the men all wore tight pants, and they stuffed their underpants with carrots, and they went out and did this line dancing thing. Yeah, that made me laugh at the time. But I can't stand country and western music. You know.
Oh, I like country and western. You know, I like
a little bit of what's his name, Johnny
Cash, Johnny Paycheck.
A little bit of him. Yep. But if you're talking Dolly Parton, etc., no, thank you.
Yeah, well, some of that I like, you know, but then I like blues and I like what they call outlaw music, which is like Waylon Jennings and Chris Christopherson and Willie Nelson. You know, I like all kinds of genres.
Yeah, bluegrass. Bluegrass music. I like that. Yeah, sometimes. Who was the guy? I bought when I was younger. I bought an LP belonging John Mayall. Does that ring a bell?
Mayall, John Mayall.
Yeah. That was, oh my goodness. I was quite young then. Yeah.
He died just recently.
You serious?
Yeah, and he's English, I think.
No, that doesn't ring a bell with me. But it was just the actual LP I bought. I kind of got into that, you know, for a while.
Yeah, I think it was John Mayall that just died because Eric Clapton was talking about him. You know that Eric Clapton used to look up to John Mayall because, you know, his playing style. He played kind of a blues, a rock blues type stuff. And Eric Clapton said he liked to listen to him.
Yeah.
And Jeff Beck liked him too.
Well,
yeah, Jeff Beck, English too.
Yeah, well, I'm of that age of I would know all of those people.
Why not?
Yeah.
They've been playing since the 60s at least.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, damn. I mean, John Mayall was old when the Stones were starting out. He was older than them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to live north of Austin. And Austin is like music capital of the South. Like Nashville is country and western town. That's where they go make records and stuff. Used to, you know. Where Elvis got discovered and all that stuff. But Austin is home of the outlaw music. Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, all them kind of guys. Man, we used to go down every weekend to 6th Street in Austin. There's no telling who you're going to see. There's always somebody good playing.
Yeah, Robert is making a mention about Davy Crockett, the Alamo.
Yeah. Hey, if you go to San Antonio, you got to go to the shrine, man. That's bottom line. Every time I went to San Antonio, I went to the Alamo, and I went pretty regular.
Do you remember the song? What was it Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a congressman, and he got voted out, and he said, "Well, fuck y'all." He said, "Y'all can go to hell. I'm going to Texas," and that's fucking where he went.
King of the Wild Frontier. I'm sure there was a TV series.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was called Daniel Boone. Disney made it.
Daniel Boone and his knife.
No, that's Jim Bowie.
Oh,
Jim Bowie had
the bone handle.
Well, yeah, he's the one who had it's a big blade. But Davy Crockett just had a regular pig sticker. He didn't. No, Jim Bowie, he was famous for his knife.
Robert, thanks for that memory. The Alamo.
And he died in Alamo also.
Oh, okay. Who's now? I've got a face now that's coming up.
Wes Parker. Davy Crockett was played by a movie star named Wes Parker.
Did he have a kind of a craggy looking face? You know, like he was pretty wrinkly, was he?
I don't think so.
I've got this image of.
He'd have been in his 30s, early 40s when he made that.
I'm talking about a guy that was much older. I've got it all mixed up here. It's just I'm trying to. There's little flashes of memory of people that used to wear that. What did they call it? A coon hat, was it?
Coonskin cap.
Yeah. Had a tail on the back of it.
Yeah, you can go to Six Flags and buy one of them. It's a tourist gig.
Oh, okay.
Six Flags is a big amusement park. They got like Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags over Georgia. I mean, there's a few states that have Six Flags.
Right. So I think Marvin would know, would he?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he probably been to Six Flags over Georgia. They got some killer roller coasters.
No, that's amusement parks. I don't do it. I went to the Tokyo Disneyland once, but I wouldn't get on one of those rides. Well, it's the annoying part is you have to queue for about an hour and a half before you'd actually get on the ride. No, I did. I remember when I was younger, much younger, I got onto a ride called the Wall of Death.
John Wayne.
Right? Yeah, it was called the Wall of Death, I believe. You just you were just glued to the wall.
Yeah, and the floor drops. Yeah, you get in and it starts spinning, and the floor drops out from under you, and you're just stuck there.
Yeah, you were glued to the wall. Talk about the G-force there.
Well, I got a buddy. He got one arm and one leg, and we had season pass to Six Flags, and we go to Six Flags when we wanted to, just go up there, and he'd go over to the customer service and shake his stub at him, and it'd give him this little thing, man, and it lit up. It was like when you go to eat and your food's ready, it'll start flashing, right? We'd just go up there and go up towards the front of the line and hold that up, and it'd start flashing. We go up there and get on. We didn't have to wait very long. We wait 1, 2 rides. We was on it. We were gone.
Oh dear. No,
Oh, Neil.
I don't have a heart condition. But if I think about that now, I remember way back, I was pretty frightened on that wall of death thing. Good blimey.
Oh, hey, O'Neill here says John Wayne, Davy Crockett, Bowie were all at the Alamo. I think John Wayne was about 100 years too late, but he did make. John Wayne built an Alamo out in the country in Texas and made a movie called The Alamo, and he was Davy Crockett in that movie.
Oh.
That might be who you're thinking about, Davy Crockett.
Yeah, John Wayne and Davy Crockett doesn't ring a bell with me like that character and John Wayne being together. I have a book with the history of the Alamo signed by the author on my bookshelf. Okay, great.
There's some famous musician, I can't think who it is. He's an English musician, I believe, but he buys everything Alamo that he can. Phil Collins, maybe, but I mean, he's got a lot of things to do with the Alamo, and then he puts them on loan to the Alamo. He buys them, he owns them, but he doesn't keep them. He loans them to the Alamo for an exhibit.
Phil Collins.
Genesis. A group called Genesis.
Oh, Phil Collins, drummer.
Yeah, he's a drummer.
Yeah, he's also a drummer and pianist, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen him play piano. He sings and he's a drummer mainly. That's how he started, as far as I know. Someone like that, though, they're a big Alamo collector. And it's somebody you wouldn't think of, you know what I mean? Not like Willie Nelson. You'd think, well, you know, Alamo, Willie, yeah, he grew up in Texas. So. But not somebody who is like, how the hell does he even know about the Alamo?
More Europeans than Americans died at the battle. Well, I would imagine back then, Americans were, well, yeah, they would have been. I mean, America is a nation of immigrants anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
How far back does your ancestry go, Van?
Well, my father's side goes back to late 1600s. The first one I know of was born in Virginia, BC, which is Virginia, British colony. That's before America was America. My direct relative to that line has an American Revolution pension number, which means he fought in the American Revolution. My mother's side, she's Chickasaw, so they go back a couple of thousand years probably.
What was that tribe you mentioned?
Chickasaw, Chickassaw, Chickasaw.
Well, that's the first one I've heard about. Well, the first, yeah.
Well, they've got like
they must have thousands of different tribes there, don't they?
Oh yeah, in Oklahoma alone, there's multiple. You know, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, but the Chickasaw now have the biggest or second biggest casino in the world.
Pretty rich, eh? Richard Widmark. Bowie was played by Richard. Okay, Widmark.
Yeah, John Wayne had a big deal like to make a movie about the Alamo, and he spent a lot of money building a replica of the Alamo. And to make that movie, he used his money, and he damn near went broke, and it didn't make a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of memory coming. Well, when I say memory, it's I'm talking about film, TV memory.
Well, I guess it's an early night for me tonight because I got my last jack.
Yeah, it's 10 past 10. Robert normally goes to bed early. Marvin. Okay, I'm gonna say good night, good morning, or good afternoon. And
everybody have a good one.
Yeah, I'll do this again next Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be back in town. When I say back in town, I'll be back home by next Sunday. But I'm going to take a trip over to Northern Ireland on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, but I fly out on Friday. I'll be back home by Sunday. Sunday, yeah. Oh, well, I'm not going to be in the mood for a live stream then. No. If I'll try and tune in, but I don't think I'll make. I don't think I will make a live stream next week. Righto, folks. I'm going to say good night, good morning, good afternoon, and give me a couple of weeks. I should be back. Thank you all for coming.